Dallas Cowboys on the road at the New England Patriots. 3.5-point favorites are the Dallas Cowboys. This is down from 4 and 4.5. This thing had gotten to 4.5 in a couple of different spots. New England Patriots at home here in a game with a total of 51.5. Steven, this is fairly interesting that the line has moved in favor of the Patriots, considering there are still question marks about this team as well, pretty seriously on the injury side of things as to who is and is not going to be available in this one. I mean, I do understand there's a whole bunch of narrative stuff around Bill Belichick and the magic that he can do and the magic that he can run and all of that type of stuff. But boy, this Cowboys team has really looked incredible in all facets so far. I mean, the way we knew the offense was going to be good. The defense does not have to be elite. The defense just needs to be at least upper half of the league for this team to be not only in every game that they play, but maybe win every game that they play. As long as this defense is not bad, then they're going to be right there the entire time. So pretty interesting that the line moved towards the Patriots here.
Yeah, all three of us are on record from a couple of weeks ago that we locked in some Cowboys futures in various different ways moving forward here. But I also found it very interesting that I think some sharp money came in and moved this line. And I want to explain why I think it moved. The look ahead line here was, let me make sure I have my numbers right here. So I had took Dallas -1 on the look ahead. So, but the market and the closing lines here, to me, you go back to a common opponent that both of these teams played, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I know it was early in the season, but take this for what it's worth. In week 1, the market told us that the Bucs were 7.5 or 8 points favorites against the Cowboys on a neutral field. In week 4, the market told us that the Bucs are 7.5 or 8-point favorites on a neutral field against the Patriots. So at that point, they basically rated the Cowboys and the Patriots as even. Now, I think you do have to adjust here with how impressive the Dallas offense has looked and in the team in general. But and I'm not really dinging New England for a close win at Houston with 4/5 of their offensive line missing last week. So the question now is the adjustment of 4.5 or 5 points on a neutral field, which is what this line was earlier this week, is that correct? And the line opened New England +4.5 in Foxborough. So 5.5 or 6 points on a neutral after the closing numbers earlier this year against a common opponent told us that these teams should be even. So, for me, my conclusion on this is that I'm comfortable with the Cowboys being rated about a field goal better than them. But I think the market was telling us that they reject that the Cowboys are 4.5 or 5 points better than the Patriots on a neutral, and that's why we've seen the line come down. So we can all agree or disagree on whether that's the case. I'm not sure where I stand on it. I'm happy to get the look ahead, but I think that's why this line moved. The market was rejecting the Cowboys being 6 points, a touchdown better than the Patriots.
Brad, we have a Cowboys team that, listen, again, it's kind of like what we were talking about with some of these other defenses that we talked about. Listen, even if the advanced metrics aren't 100% accurate right now, like even if it's not actually going to end up being the 6th best defense DVOA, and Pro Football Focus has them, 13th, so like kind of in well within the upper half here. Even if they settle more closer to where PFF has them as opposed to where DVOA has them, coupled with this offense that they've got, then now you've got a pretty potent team here. I am very interested in this game to see just how real this Dallas team is as they head on the road up to Foxborough up against Bill Belichick and company. But that said, I mean, there isn't a lot here from a resistance side of things from New England, right? I mean, if we look at everything, this defense has not been good by really any stretch of the imagination. I mean, there's a lot of priors that are being built into DVOA right now, but if you look at where Pro Football Focus has them, I mean, they got it way down at 24th and getting no pressure going on. They're not winning the pass rush at all. Third downs, teams are getting the third downs over and over again against them. I don't know, man. I think that maybe there's a little bit of bump getting put because it's Bill Belichick, but I don't know if that's necessarily deserved here for this Patriots team.
Yeah, I agree with you. So ninth in defensive DVOA, but it's come against the second easiest schedule of opposing offenses. And if we remember, the one good offense they've played really is going to be the Tampa Bay Bucks, Tom Brady. Now, A, it rained all game, but B, Brady looked off that night. They were talking on the broadcast. He was crying during the Zoom call. Like he looked like he was forcing it. He was fizzing passes, just way overthrowing stuff, and he played badly. So I think that's probably pumping up, what we think of this defense as well. Everyone's going, "Oh, look what he did to Brady, shut them out, and they scored 19 points." But yeah, I think the Cowboys are going to do their damage. I don't really see these guys slowing them down. I don't think there's anything special about this Patriots defense. And then the other side of the ball, I still think Mac Jones and this offense are limited because they can't really or have refused to throw downfield, whether that's Mac Jones's fault, whether that's the weapons' fault. So if this keeps trickling down to Cowboys -3, I think I would get involved because I think they're probably the better offense and the better defense as it stands. So as I say, I will wait, see if the market keeps flowing that way, and I think there will be some buyback at some point.
Yeah, same with me. I'm hoping this thing gets to 3. If it gets to 3, I'll take the Cowboys. I'll play the Cowboys here. So hopefully, hey, keep betting the Patriots out there if you love the Patriots. That's basically what we're going.
I actually think the closer we get to kickoff, all the public money is going to come in on the Cowboys. Look at these two teams. You got the sexy offense and the America's team against a team with a rookie quarterback that, is very boring. I would be shocked if this continues to, if it doesn't get to 2.5 by the weekend or get to 3 by the weekend. I think the public money is going to pour in here on the Cowboys, but we'll see.